Hey guys, welcome to Movie.Cast. This is the podcast where we talk all about films. I'm Mike, and I'm joined by my cohorts, good friends, partners in crime, whatever, Costa and Amber. How you guys doing today?
Hi.
Good?
I'm all right.
Yeah? Happy holidays, I guess, to you both. We're still kind of early, but, you know, entering the holiday season.
We're in it.
Yeah,
We're already
exactly.
In the holiday
Well, yeah, we are in the holiday
It was
season.
kind of snowing this morning.
In the holidays.
Have you guys done shopping yet?
A little bit.
Yeah? I have not, so.
No, I've talked about it.
That's good, seeing as we're on a podcast.
I was planning on going to it for Black Friday, and then I just found stuff that I
I
need
didn't
for
do
myself.
anything Black Friday.
on Black Friday, I ended up impulse buying things for myself and my fiance. It was a Jedi robe snuggie.
Awesome. Let the warmth flow through you.
Yeah. I bought a
that was my terrible attempt at a joke.
A Fallout T-shirt, the video game Fallout.
Nice.
And a Pokeball that opens up and it's 2 snack bowls.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I don't even like Pokemon, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah, see, neither was my fiance, but she thought it was kind of cool. So
yeah, my wife wants one now because we came over your place and saw it.
You the other part of the bowl.
You get one half of the Pokeball, I get the other. So we're gonna do a relatively new section of our show. It's called After the Fact Review. So basically, we're going to review a movie that has already been out for a little while. So this is going to be a spoiler territory segment, since again, the idea behind this is that the movie's already been out, so there's really no point in telling people whether or not you should go see it, but we'll still give our thoughts about it. So now I'm going to kind of step aside here a little bit. You guys have seen the movie Arrival, which is the big sci-fi film that has gotten, let's say, a lot of talk either way, both good and bad. A lot of it seems overwhelmingly positive, but you guys seem to have some, let's say, anti-majority opinion views of it. So I'm going to let you guys take over. I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to kind of, moderate a little bit. But
okay. Well, you don't even have to moderate, because me and Costa literally have the exact same opinion. It'd be one thing if we were completely on opposite sides.
No, and that's fine. But either one of you can start. What did you guys think of The Arrival?
Okay. I'm just going to jump right in.
Hey, I said either one of you could start. Go ahead.
So just a quick refresher. So if anyone who hasn't seen the movie, seen the trailer, the base of the movie is that Amy Adams plays a linguistics expert. Mm-hmm. These alien pods arrive all over the world. There's a dozen different locations all over the world where they've landed, and they call her in to help decipher their language or whatever, to try and figure out why are they there, what do they want, and all this stuff. So just from that premise alone, this movie is a slow burn.
Oh, it's so slow.
A very slow burn. So
slow.
So if you're expecting something like Independence Day, nope, don't go see Arrival.
It's not Independence Day.
No, it's not. It's not Independence Day.
I mean, you should go see that this compared to Independence Day.
This is a much different type of alien encounter sci-fi movie.
And that's what a lot of people are giving it. For what it's worth, that's what people are giving it credit for not being the over-the-top dystopian, alien attacks Earth is destroyed.
I will give it credit, because a lot of people always, some of the world's greatest thinkers and philosophers have come out and said, what would happen if aliens actually ever did visit Earth? What would that be like? And of course, everyone's thinking instant Armageddon, all-out war, blah blah blah.
Independence Day, the first one.
Yes, there you go.
Exactly.
First one.
Not Resurgence.
But this is obviously a more peaceful take on it. But there's still a lot of tension in the movie, because again, you don't know what they're there for. You don't understand it, and the whole while you're watching this movie, you were waiting. You were just waiting for that moment when you learn everything, right? And the sort of revelation or the twist at the end of the movie, which, big spoiler here.
Should we put the spoiler
seriously.
Oh yeah, it'll be up
big red flashlight. Spoiler.
Well, we already said this is a spoiler.
Just for anyone
this
who hasn't
is
seen
a
it.
spoiler review.
So last chance. Okay. So the aliens give Amy Adams' character the power to see into the future. And by doing that, she's able to then learn what her future self knows, and
hence the audience actually sees in the very beginning what her future self sees.
Right. Yeah. They open the movie with scenes of what would eventually actually be her character's future. It's not her character's past.
Yeah,
or
you think it's her past.
Right.
Yeah.
And for like that just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of this work that they put into it, and all it took, you have 12
It turned
countries,
into a Lifetime movie.
I
just realized that. It turned into a Lifetime movie.
Here's the thing: you have 12 other countries interacting, or 12 different countries interacting with these aliens, trying to decipher their language and figure out why they're here. Amy Adams was the only person
who realized this.
No, was the only person brave enough to like touch the barrier that separates them from the aliens, and in that kind of moment or whatever, and also in the moment she also enters their pod and she's actually no longer separated by the barrier.
Well, that's in another part.
That's another part.
Yeah.
But she's the only one that does it, and they grant her the ability to then see into the future.
Well, I think she was also in the movie. She kind of became the lead linguistics for it because after she started figuring out their language and their writing, they were giving it out to the other countries of the coding, but it was other countries not giving back what the other messages were.
But all it took was just that. All it took was someone to be either brave or stupid enough to kind of...
And how convenient that the aliens have this power in the first place. What if they didn't have the power to give somebody the ability to see into the future? How would they give a warning?
Well, we didn't even know. I honestly first thought, like, because it's like, if you've ever seen the movie The Mist, you know, like when if you've ever seen the movie The Mist, where there's a bunch of people and like, not aliens, but like monster aliens, I'm not really sure, in the mist, and these people are stuck in a grocery store. So imagine like grocery store windows and you're looking out and you see mist and you see like things walking or moving around. So for half the movie, I'm thinking, are those elephants? Because like, I swear, I was like, are these like elephant aliens? And then I was like, no, they're like squid octopuses. And I was like, any alien that has like tentacles is usually bad.
Yeah,
in my mind. So it was like, don't get up to the glass.
I think we've been pretty much pre-programmed to think that way.
Yeah, you think when you see like I
guess
squiddy thing.
What I was kind of referring to was how convenient of the aliens to bring this power with them. That kind of made me think, even though they're not related at all, of Edge of Tomorrow, where like you had the aliens who.
Oh yeah, it does have an Edge of Tomorrow like thing to it.
Yeah, where they come in and like. It's like, you know, their plan is, I guess, to destroy Earth or take it over or something?
No,
in Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, in Edge of Tomorrow.
In Edge of Tomorrow.
I think so.
It was
and
like
this one was...
And I know that this they were trying to give a warning or something, weren't they?
Right, well, the aliens...
They're really helping themselves.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the aliens' whole purpose was that they actually wanted, funny enough, they wanted to come and teach humanity their language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
You know, how convenient.
Yeah.
They want humans to learn their language.
Yeah. So how convenient.
Because they wanted them to learn the language because they said in like, what was it, 3,000 years or 300 years?
In 3,000 years, they're going to need humanity's help.
And we need to communicate.
So they figure it's going to take 3,000 years for humanity to like learn.
Because we're that slow, or are we that slow?
Because I guess their language.
Or do they just?
I guess because the aliens considered their language to be like the like universal language.
Which it's a weird language, and then their symbol is because it just sounds like a bunch of noise.
Yeah,
I really thought
like them talking. It sounds like whales having sex.
I honestly thought I was like, that's why I thought it was elephants, like space elephants. Cause like, is this like an elephant? But it is. It's
or an elephant and a whale having sex.
Most likely, it was probably they got elephant and whale sounds and mixed it together in the sound mixing engineer.
Or they got Ellen DeGeneres to do her Dory whale talking
thing. But the symbolism with the squid ink that they do, like. That was, I found, a little bit interesting because she was trying to figure out the way they write. And though it's like kind of a circle, like even like if there's like a point off out of the
there are
circle. It's
distinguishing
supposed to
characteristics
distinguish.
between each.
Oh.
So I thought that was kind of interesting in
Right.
fact, but they kind of like hurry up and go over it. Like she talks about it,
and then that's it.
And then
Then
you
just-
kind of see her like trying to like little words, like fragments are supposed to mean something. So when she wants to try and do a sentence,
It's
all
kinda-
in like a circular thing.
It's kind of like in The Martian where they kind of explained that whole like weird communication system he had to set up
But
and
I
use.
would say
but
in
then
this
like,
movie, it was a little bit easier to understand.
Okay.
Because in like one
good.
sentence, she kind of.
Because I was confused. Because that part of The
Yeah.
Martian really confused
And then
me.
you kind of see her working with. She has like an iPad, so when she's trying to communicate with them, because she can't. You can't talk. She can't talk to them,
Right.
Because it just isn't. But she figured out through symbols and stuff that she could figure out how they communicate through writing.
Right. She had to figure out their written language,
Yeah.
not their spoken language.
Yeah,
Right.
and so that's
Right.
still there, where there was still kind of like through words to kind of figure out what.
Again, it's well thought out.
It was.
Right.
It
Very
was
well
just
thought
really.
out.
And that seems to be the consensus.
And it's definitely, and again, I'm not a linguistics expert. I'm not a science expert, but I find it as someone who has watched a lot of these kinds of movies. You always find it easy to kind of poke holes in certain
Sure.
things. And in this case, it's difficult to poke holes in the logic of
Okay.
like the process, which gives the movie a lot of credit for that. But it's just slow, and the payoff is just not there.
Right, yeah.
I feel like that payoff or that twist with her seeing the future or whatever, that to me was like, well, we should have like known this from the beginning and then put more like, twist on it so she has to use
Right.
it more other than just
okay.
because near
Instead
the
of
end,
it being the surprise, reveal it and then reveal layers to it.
well,
basically.
I'm just like near the end. It was like one of the countries, that was China, was going to attack them, and she's like, "No, don't attack them," because words got mixed up. So they thought the aliens were going to
Attack.
because they meant weapon, got confused with like a tool,
Tool.
and so they
okay,
thought,
gotcha.
use or take or give weapon when they meant we want to give you a tool, which is our language.
Oh, okay.
And so the miscommunication, so it started going around, and China's like, we're going to.
So of course we screw it up like always.
Well, no,
No.
no, they didn't. No, but it was. But then, Amy Adams' character, then she has the ability to see in the future. She sees in the future a future discussion that she has with the
Chinese general.
The Chinese general, and he's like, and in the discussion, he's like, "Thank you so much. Like, if you hadn't said the words that my wife said right
If
before
you
she
didn't
died,
randomly call me on my private phone."
on my private number."
And he's like, I'm going to give it to you right now. Let me write it down and remember this. It's like, I
Wow.
don't know why
So
I'm
basically,
telling
she
you.
uses her future vision to then call the Chinese general to prevent the attack.
And then
And
China
it-
stands down, then Russia stands down.
Yeah, they all.
And then
Yeah, that's
it kind
basically the end of the movie. And despite her knowing, because like at the beginning of the movie, it shows like she has a child, and her child gets this rare disease.
I
and
think
her
she just
child
gets
dies,
cancer,
or-
right?
Well, no, remember, because there's the moment in the movie where they're like by the river or whatever, and she's like embracing her or whatever, or she's like saying something. I don't know. It's something that her daughter's got this really rare disease.
Oh,
There's
I
no
thought she
cure
just
for
had.
it.
I thought from what I saw,
don't
it
know.
looked like she. What was is her thing was
They
that
may have framed it like cancer, but I felt like it may have been something else. But either way, her daughter gets a terminal illness.
I was about to say terminal disease number
she
A.
sees that in the future that she's going to have a daughter, but her daughter's going to die young.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then, but
Like
she
if-
still decides to follow that path of
Because
like, anyway.
technically,
But that was shown at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how?
but
But then,
you
then she
think-
figures out, she realizes like Jeremy Renner's character is her future husband.
But how did she
and-
get that memory from the beginning if she didn't
Well,
get the
it's
memories
just
until
it's
she
not.
touched
It's
the
just
glass?
an editing trick
It's
to
an
switch.
yeah, it's just a misdirect.
When you are introduced to her, you think because she's living alone and stuff that she's lost her daughter, so she's
She's been
whatever
divorced
or
and
whatever.
all this
But
other
in the
stuff.
end, it finds
Yeah.
out that
It hasn't happened yet.
it hasn't happened yet. But the thing is though, with me was, like the daughter and stuff like that. It wasn't until like after all these events. So like
Right.
the thing was like she still decided at the end to be with him and have the daughter, even though knowing that eventually he's going to leave her because she doesn't tell him until halfway through, and he can't be with her because he's upset that she kept it from her. Like you start getting bits, and she decides to still have a child with him, even though she knows that that child's
end
gonna
badly.
die. She
wow.
and you can see through her performance. I will say her performance is very well done because you can see through certain acting that she knows, like her being with her daughter. She's like taking every moment with her, but there's a sadness because she knows she's gonna die.
Oh, okay.
She knows that, like So I liked that portion of it. I just feel like the whole like getting the future thing, I feel like they could have, like, even though it was
could've gotten to that
they
faster.
could have put more hype to it where she's getting stuff like out of nowhere and she has to kind of piece it all together and put it really hype, because the only big hype was at the end was her getting stuff and then like trying to get the number to the. I was like, well, why don't we do a little bit more? Why don't we like remember like the big blast like halfway through, or people coming to attack people and knowing what to do, like that. There could have been more action to it to really get you on the edge.
Gotcha.
It's far from a bad movie. Just
Where would you guys rank it among 2016 movies? I'm not asking about an overall review, but is it up in like the higher ups of the films that we've seen this year, or is it one of the lower?
I mean, it's
mid?
not. I'll put it this way: it's not like in my top 5 or anything like that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not. I know
but-
some people said it. They thought it was
but
one of the best
it's-
movies this year, but I wouldn't.
But it's not bad. I mean, maybe at the end of the day, because I feel like there are still a few films left for this year that the big blockbuster films left for this year
Rogue
that
One.
haven't come out yet. But I mean, for the most part, for me, like 2016 has been like kind of disappointing in some regards. Some films just have not delivered at all. So maybe Arrival could like land in my top 10, but that's not saying a whole lot for this year's lineup of films.
No, I don't disagree. That's why I was just trying to see where Arrival fell.
I don't
Again,
know.
it's not bad.
I mean, this director I think did Sicario, and if I had to pick, and I don't think I've seen his other movies. I've just seen Sicario. I know he's done other ones, but I like this one a little. I like this movie more than Sicario.
Okay.
Although I liked the beginning of Sicario a lot, but it became a slow burn after a while, like this one. But this one's a little bit more interesting story-wise.
Yeah.
But I would say the same thing too. Though I'm still we were talking earlier, like I'm still trying to catch up on all the movies that I haven't seen. But this one, it was an okay movie. I think there was too much hype with it, just because it's kind of like a mixture of like Contact with like kind of Interstellar in a way, and with Independence Day, but not.
No.
Right,
But
almost like a kind of certain
when
the build-up
they
portion.
show up,
it's almost like the build-up portion of Independence Day, just without the actual like
a better
devastation.
story structure.
Right,
But
so.
it's just, I mean, it's okay. To be honest, like Amy Adams had a lot of movies out this year, to be honest. But the one that I want to see, that I've been hearing about, the Nocturnal Animals that I think she's in, I heard that's supposed to be pretty. Everybody that I've heard is also saying like that's amazing. So that's the one I really want to see before the end of the year, because I heard that's the one that people should be talking about, and that's not even, I think, an alien movie. So.
All right, so that's it for our review. So thank you guys for joining today. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys were able to get that off your chest to talk about Arrival a little bit. I mean, I don't really have any interest to see it right now,
I feel like
based off what I've heard.
Just
So
go see it when it comes out on DVD.
yeah, sure. I don't mind checking it out
Like,
at a
if it
later
lands on
point.
Netflix,
Yeah.
At least you'll be able to take a nap like halfway through. You can pause it, take a nap, and then jump back into it.
It really should only be like a 45-minute movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
You just cut
if
the
they
crap
found a way
out.
to shave a half hour off, it'd be better.
Well, there you go. So that was the review. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for joining. This was fun. And so hope you guys can catch us next time. As always, you can follow us on all social media. On Twitter, we are Movie, spelled out DOT-cast. And on Facebook, it's Movie.Cast. You can find us there. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with all future videos. Thank you guys for joining. See you in the Funny Papers.